to reverse the ratchet. Because if you've got a loose screw and if you go negative on it, or reverse of the ratchet position, and it's just moving the screw, then the reverse ratchet does no good. So it's extremely light. You have to watch this review if you want to know exactly what the weight is. The direction change knob right here, it's very easy to grip. It's knurled, so you can turn it. It's firm. It's very, very, the feedback is, you can hear the clicks. You know when you're in the position. And it's also got a neutral position where if you just want to use it like a regular screwdriver where it doesn't ratchet at all, it locks the ratchet. So you can use it like a regular screwdriver if you're in a position where you need it to not necessarily ratchet. I don't know why that would exist. One of the things I saw in the reviews was people, or not necessarily people, but Testing Farm talking about the force taken. Like, do you have to reposition your hand to change the position? And this one, I feel like I've got a stronger grip than most. Not because of things that you might be thinking, it's because I've been doing this motion with this for so long, which takes a lot of force to actuate that, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter, people. It feels like it would be very, look. Okay, so that gives you an idea of just how light it is right there. But what I need to do is I need to, use this thing in some sort of a practical sense right now to see, would I start using this daily when it comes to my PC builds? Now, like I said, I am not a tool reviewer. I am simply, Jesus, that magnet strength. I'm trying to find a way to show it pulling out of my hand. Look at that. It is so strong. So not only is that gonna hold the tip in there, I bet you that magnetism goes through the tip. Oh yeah, look at that. That's such a strong magnet. That's not even the magnet tip. That's just the magnetism of whatever's in the shaft going through the, geez, it really takes some force. So here we go. Let's go ahead and take this guy off. I've never used, okay, that's different feeling. Oh, see, you do reach a point though, as you can see, where the screw does no longer turn, like it does no longer ratchet. However, it's practically out at that point. Dude, look at that. No longer do you have to and we'll do this with the motherboard, to be like, okay, get the screw and then you drop on the motherboard. And then you're looking for the screw and it's black and it fell down into the power supply. Can't tell you how many screws I've dropped into power supplies, then forcing me to take the fan off of the power supply so I can get the screw out because a rattling piece of metal inside a power supply is bad, contrary to popular belief. As much as I do like this, I gotta be honest, if Linus made a motorized screwdriver so I could just be like this, I mean, this was $10 on Amazon, but still, I'm not comparing it to that. I'm just saying this is what I'm used to, right? So there is this. Something else I want to mention too. It's got this knurling on the shaft. I'm not sure if if anyone's mentioned this before. This is nice to where if you just want to, you can use the shaft itself and have plenty of grip on that if you just wanted to turn it that way with your fingertips. So as an example, if you were doing some fine work, you could just do it like that. So I do like that, I really do. Because the problem with the motorized one is you get one torque, one speed. This is a very torquey and very wobbly. Ignore the top part, look down here. See all that wiggle? It's like none. Oh wait, what? See, out of habit, did you see that? I just did this where I went, ooh, with a finger to guide it because all of my magnetic tips have basically lost their magnetism. I don't have to do that with this guy. I just be like, whoop, put that in there. Shit. Okay, take it, line it up. I feel like I would probably use the knurled shaft part like you just saw more than anything else, and I would just use the actual grip for when I'm ready to tighten it, because I do find that to be very convenient. But there becomes a point where that's really hard to turn, so then you just use I also like that I can pick up my screws without having to use my fingers, because I've got these sausage fingers that make it kind of hard sometimes. Okay, that was nice. One of the things I'm curious about is scratching on the shaft, like when it's up against these metal bits. See, as I'm screwing and unscrewing this, it's like rubbing against that metal bit. So I'm curious if we're gonna start seeing, so far, no. Whichever metal is harder is gonna win, right? Dude, not to say that any other screwdriver couldn't do what just happened with the magnetism, like the strength of that tip. I just like flailed the screwdriver, and instead of it chucking the screw across the case like it's happened before, it held onto it. So that's nice to see. It's very dark in this spot right here. Why is it not lighted? For 70 bucks, it should have a light, Linus. I'm only half kidding and half serious, but I am half one of those things. Both of those things, I guess, technically. Wow, I hate that I like it so far. Not that I was planning on like being mean to the product. It's an expensive screwdriver, so. Okay, this is perfect. See, the screwdriver barely fits down in there. So I wouldn't have been able to get my hand and the other screwdriver down in there if you just look at how thick it is. I guess if you wanted to know how strong the magnet is, there's your demonstration. Look at it, it's not leaning on anything. That is legitimately holding itself up right now, purely by the screw. Never seen that before. Look, that was just the screw holding it like that. Let's do that again.
If you had a choice, would you rather have all the attention, fame, glory, sacrifice, and headache that comes with starting your own business, or would you rather quietly be making $5,000 to $10,000 a month through a simple, passive online income stream?
There it goes. Look, it's not touching anything. You gotta get down in there, look at that. It's not touching the RAM, it's not touching the case. That is literally holding itself up. You know what? I'm gonna social media post this right now. We're gonna time it. I'm gonna take this motherboard out. I'm gonna put my mechanical or my motorized screwdriver back together. And we're gonna time it. How long it takes me with Linus's versus how long it takes me with the one I'm used to using. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. That one started a cross thread. There we go, fixed. See, that's the kind of stuff that happens with motorized. And I'm not a speed builder, so this is oh, damn it. Damn it. And this is where it loses because I just cross threaded it, so the standoff came out. Minute 56 in, I gotta stop. This is realistic time caused by this tool, right? So the timer should keep going now while I take off all the other screws to take it out. Well, I guess that's fair because the tool caused it, so it's a realistic result of using that tool, right? And that's the thing with the motorized torque is if it's cross-threaded slightly and you're holding it down and you don't catch it, like I didn't, this is now time lost because of it. So I have to count it. There we go. We're doing good. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, we're fine. This is 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 fine. I don't know why I'm hurrying up now. I think. Jeez. Gentle. Start all over now.
Okay, you're only at 4 years and 47 seconds.
To screw down a motherboard. Oh.
That was the one you missed.
You know what? I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it because it'll still come out. 5 minutes, 27 seconds. I think you're gonna win, buddy. Slow and steady wins the race on this one. Jeez, that's actually really nice. Because now I'm kind of like, frick, that screwdriver, man, that just cost me having to take the motherboard out. The magnet's so strong, there's no concern or worry about it falling down inside the bowels. I bet you this one even is able to properly thread in the one that is all screwed up. Watch, I bet you. Minute 16. 4 times better than the mechanical one. It doesn't really work that way, but. Okay, well, kind of conclusion time here. Remember, I'm not reviewing the screwdriver to tell you if it's worth it for you. I was 100% interested in doing this video just to see if I could be bothered with switching the type of screwdriver that I'm really used to. And while I continue to put in some of these components I took out to just continue using it to get some feelings on it, I love the fact that you can just load the screw, it doesn't come out, you can wave it around, nothing's gonna happen, it stays attached, there's a screw on there. Jeez, that took a lot of force to get it off of there. There's one thing I forgot to do. So dropping it, oh, it actually broke. I want to point that out. One of the little tabs right there broke off from one drop. Now I dropped it from like 6 feet high. Okay, let's be realistic. You could, I guess, drop it really from that high, but one of those little tabs broke off, so it's now holding one less bit. I want to point that out. If it can't survive the drop test, it can't be a Linus product. So I feel bad about that, but I have 2 more. So no, dude, a $70 screwdriver, so that's unfortunate, but there's not much padding here. It's just really thin carpet on top of concrete. So that was a pretty hard drop. So anyway, yeah, that little tab broke off in there, something to point out. And I'd hate to feel like every time I drop it, a tab's gonna break, but I think it fell kind of like this. So that's where it hit, which makes sense because that means all that force was on there. Will I switch to it? Probably for now. It is extremely convenient to have. It is pricey. I can see where a lot of the arguments were regarding the price of the screwdriver, but anyone that has shopped professional grade tools, and look, yes, Linus is a tech YouTuber. I don't think he prefers the term YouTuber just like I don't, but for all intents and purposes, that's what he is. And the 3 years that they put into the development of this and the custom gearbox and such that they came up with for this shows there's an enthusiasm, passion. So this is built by an enthusiast for enthusiasts. If you've never purchased any sort of name brand professional tool from Mako, Snap-on, heck, even Craftsman can be pretty expensive at times. This was never gonna be for you anyway. So you have to decide if it's the kind of thing that you want in your toolbox just to 1, support a content creator that maybe you really like, or 2, maybe you're in a profession where you're using a screwdriver all the time, then it makes sense. It's a $70 screwdriver, no matter how you cut it. And so you've got to decide whether or not.
Attention retirees, if you're willing to be at your computer from 9 a.m. to 10:45.
In today's video, we're talking about Ravencoin. Oh, and did I mention Ravencoin? In today's video, we're talking about coin. Oh, and did I? In today's video, we're talking about Ravencoin. Oh, and did I mention Ravencoin? And maybe a little bit more Ravencoin. What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, I cannot believe it. We are talking about Ravencoin. I mined Ravencoin for a while, quite some time back, and as the price decreased and the project got a little bit quieter, I thought, all right, moving on, that's it. Ravencoin's a thing of the past. Well, as we approach the Ethereum merge, we are seeing a variety of proof-of-work coins bubbling to the surface, which is healthy and which is good for the next age of proof-of-work mining. As a crypto miner, I love the fact that as we get and approach the Ethereum merge, we're actually the week of, that there's a variety of different coins to pick from, that we're not stuck into must mine Ethereum, which is great. I love it. I love the fact that we have more opportunity now, especially when it comes down to profitability. And on that note, let's go ahead and jump over and see what in the world Ravencoin has been doing. Okay, I gotta ask real quick, pause in the video. Comment down below.
Yeah.
Are you currently mining Ravencoin? Are you thinking of mining Ravencoin? Or have you mined Ravencoin in the past? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Okay, miners, so we are over on CoinGecko. If you guys have never checked out CoinGecko, please do. I love this site. I'm on this thing every single day. So right now, Ravencoin is at 7 cents. Now you might be like, oh, 7 cents. Why would I even bother? Well, let's take a look because it's definitely something not to ignore. If we scroll down and look at a 14-day view of Ravencoin and its price, it was just down to 3 cents. It has now doubled, and there is an opportunity for it to triple within the last 14 days, and we haven't even hit the merge. But what we're seeing is a lot of these proof of work coins starting to take off, and this is an opportunity. And you know, everyone
is spec mining. Oh my God, don't say it, spec mining, right? I mean, go back 2 years ago and it was like, don't you dare say spec mining. You only mine Ethereum because it's the most profitable. And now all of you are speculative miners. You're mining Flux or Ergo, Ethereum Classic, Ravencoin, Nyaxa. You're all speculating that that is going to take off as the next really big proof of work coin. So that's big. I mean, seriously, going from 3 cents up to now where we're at now, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity here. That being said, your yield is significantly higher right now if you're mining Ravencoin. I have like one small little rig, like 5-card rig previous to this on Ravencoin, and man, I am bringing in the coins right now, and I love it. There's nothing better than loading up your wallet and just seeing those Ravencoin transactions coming in. I love it. So let's go ahead and take a look here at what to mine. Okay, so let's take a closer look at what to mine, because we're going to be setting up my 3060 Ti here. Look at this thing. It is an absolute beast of a card. Love this thing right here. So we're going to be taking our 3060 Ti, and I want to show you a little bit here on profits, because I was really astounded and surprised by it. So we're over on what to mine right now. It is currently the 12th of September, just a few days away from the Ethereum merge. I've selected my 3060 Ti, and when you come in here, I'm going to go ahead and put my cost at 10 cents, and I'm going to hit calculate. And if we come down here, take a look at where Ravencoin is at. Ravencoin right now is actually the most profitable coin to mine with a 3060 Ti. I can't believe it. Right now, Ravencoin is at $1.21. You have your Ethereum at $1.14, and then you have nice hash to Ethereum at $1.20. Can you believe it? Like, what is going on right now? Ravencoin just looking so good, and it's because of the recent pump that we're seeing right now. If we take a little bit deeper dive into this and we take a look at some of our metrics here, I'm going to play around a little bit with this, because I know for a fact that I am getting 29 on my hash rate, and my power is at 145. So if we check that out with our values here and hit calculate, we're actually at $1.40 in revenue before we look at our expense costs on electric, which is 35 cents, which puts our profit still at $1.05 per day. So in other news, Hivon actually came out with their own Ravencoin pool recently, and this is something that we're going to be testing out today, but we're seeing a lot of these other pools pop up right now. It's really crazy to see like all these pool operators now are offering all different options out there. It's not just like Ethereum and odd it ends, and you're not seeing one pool only offer one cryptocurrency. We're actually seeing a lot of these pools expand on what they're working with. So they have an article out there. I'll go ahead and link this down below if you guys are interested. It's how to mine and support Ravencoin. And this is a really good article by their team. There's a lot of really good details in here about Ravencoin, how to mine it, and we'll go through that here in a minute. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. And then they actually have their brand new pool that they just launched within the last 2 weeks, I think, and some really cool features. 0% pool fee, 0% transaction fee, minimum payout threshold of 10 Ravencoin, which is nothing. They have a PPS plus reward type, and then as you can see at the bottom, which is I think going to affect a lot of you guys, free HiveOS for pool-on pool users up to 4 rigs. That's pretty sweet, right? Awesome. So go check out your favorite pool out there. Look for what you're interested in with Ravencoin. I'm going to be using Ravencoin and the Hivon pool in today's example. So let's go ahead and jump over to my farm. Okay, so we're over in HiveOS, and I have selected my test bench. This is where we're going to be using our 3060 Ti and getting it set up for Ravencoin. So I've gone over to that rig. It's plain and simple, nothing crazy. I wanted to give you guys a nice guide, something that you guys can go ahead and follow if you guys do want to set up to mine Ravencoin. So step one always is set up your wallet. So for me, I'm going to load up Zelcore. And if you're in Zelcore and you're trying to find your Ravencoin wallet, go into your portfolio and select Manage Assets, hit Add Asset. You can type in RVN or Ravencoin, and there it is right at the top. Click there. It's then going to go ahead and automatically add Ravencoin. You might be like, well, where is it? I don't see it. Top right-hand corner, click Show Zero Balance. And there it is right there. So we're going to go ahead and select Ravencoin. And now, look at that. There's that crazy curve there. We're going to go ahead and on the left-hand side, pick Receive. Once you pick Receive, it's going to give you your Ravencoin wallet address. Click on the address, and it will copy it to your clipboard. Okay, so our next step is to create our Ravencoin wallet. So we're going to go up to Wallets at the top left of HiveOS. If you're trying to figure out where exactly we are, click the HiveOS button in the top left-hand corner, and then click HiveOS, and bam, it'll bring you here. So we're going to click wallets and we're going to add a wallet. It's going to ask you the coin type. We're going to type in Ravencoin. And there it is right there, third one down. It's going to ask for the address. And remember we copied our address. We're going to paste it in here. And for the name of it, I just like to name mine Ravencoin. And then I'll put where it's actually coming from, which is a Zelcore, just to give me an idea as to where that address attaches to. And we're going to hit create. And now our wallet address is added into HiveOS. So click back on farms, select the farm of choice, and select your rig of choice. Once you have that up, which is ours here, I don't have it powered on yet. I want to get all my settings in place first. We need to build our flight sheet. So click on flight sheet at the top, and we're going to create a new flight sheet. Under coins, we're going to click there and type in RVN, and bam, there's Ravencoin. Under wallet, we're going to select Ravencoin Zelcore. Now I do have another Ravencoin Exodus wallet, but for our example today, we're going to use the Zelcore one that we just set up. For the pool, we're selecting Hive On, which is what we just talked about. And I'm actually excited to show you guys their new dashboard. It has changed a lot since I have used the Hive On pool. And the nice thing is it's free, up to 4 rigs as we talked about. So we're going to select the only pool that's available there, hit apply. Now for our miner, I am using an NVIDIA card, my 3060 Ti, so I'm going to use T-Rex. If I was using AMD, I'd probably use Team Red Miner. So we're going to select T-Rex, and I'm going to name it. So I'm going to name it Test Bench, and I'm going to name it Ravencoin, and then I'm going to put T-Rex Miner. That's just how I like to do my flight sheets, makes it easy to identify. And we're going to hit Create Flight Sheet. Okay, so navigate back to your rig, which is my test bench, click Flight Sheets, and now find the one that we just built, and there I named it, Test Bench Ravencoin T-Rex, and hit Apply. That's going to apply that flight sheet directly to this rig individually. So now let's go ahead and power up our rig, and let's see how we do. All right, so we spent some time overclocking this quite a bit, and we're actually doing pretty good. So on our 3060 Ti here, we're at 29.09 mega hash, pretty dang good. Our watts in the software are reporting 145. If I look behind me at my voltage meter, check back, we're about 100, we're at 185 is actually what we're at for our watts. Minus 30 there, we're at about 155 watts. So it's definitely higher. Just checking back and forth, double checking it there at the wall. Our fan's at 100. You could probably hear it behind me. That thing is going to town to keep that card cool with the Kapow algorithm. Negative 100 on the core, 2350 on the memory, and 145 power limit. Now, there's a lot of tweaking I could do on this, especially when it comes down to efficiency, something for me to look at. If we go back over to what to mine, we put in our 29.09, we put in our power of 155 watts at 10 kilowatt hours, and let's actually bump that to 15 cents. Let's be a little bit more realistic nowadays. And hit calculate, you can see that our revenue's at $1.39 and our profit's at 84 cents right now. Now, some of you guys might be like, nope, I'm out. And hey, that's fine. So be it, totally understand. I just want to make sure that I show you guys and explain all the details here. So now that we've had this mining for a little bit, and it's been up and down, I'll be honest with you. I've been overclocking it, messing with it, tweaking it. It's been up and down. Let's go ahead and take a look at this on the Hive On pool, because I really haven't used the Hive On pool in quite some time. So let's go into our flight sheet. Let's select our flight sheet. We're going to find our wallet and we're going to copy it. Okay, we're over on hiveon.net, and you can see here we have Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Ravencoin available at the top. They actually have a merge countdown timer there, which is sweet. We're going to click on Ravencoin, and actually one of the things I wanted to look at here was they actually have this really cool calculator here. So if you put in like your hash rate, it shows you how much Ravencoin you actually can earn per day. So 17.7 Ravencoin, which has about $1.23, which is actually pretty accurate to what we saw with what to mine. So we're going to click the advanced calculator, and this is pretty nifty. You can then go ahead and pick your GPU. So I'm going to go down here, 3060 Ti, one of those, my hash rate, 29.09, my watts were 155, my electric 3 cents, yeah, right. There we go. And now it's going to kind of break down your estimates, which is nice to kind of see this right on the pool level, which is really, really convenient. So let's go up here to the Ravencoin option and put in our address, and then we're going to hit explore. And now it's actually going to give us our dashboard. So you can see our unpaid balance, our last payout, which we haven't been mining long on it, so we don't really have anything yet. Expected earnings per day, which is nice. Now, Heads up, I've been up and down tweaking this thing a lot, so this might be all over the place. Once you come into here, you can then see your workers that are currently mining. There's my test bench there. You have a payout option to see all your test bench payouts, and as well as your history. And yeah, I really like their actually dashboard. It's very eye appealing. I haven't, as I said, I haven't checked it out in quite a while. Alrighty guys, so that is going to wrap things up. I really cannot believe where Ravencoin has gone over the last 2 weeks. It is definitely making some moves, which
with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. That one tipped and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their time.
All right, guys, thank you so much for registering to this event where I'm going to show you how our students and members and we are making money, like an extra 10 to 20, even more $1,000 per month with just 5 minutes of work by copying and pasting exactly what we say to do. So every single student that joins in, I'm going to show you guys all the results to the side somewhere. I'm just going to scroll over them. There's over 20 new results every single day being posted. I literally have like gigabytes of results, just all screenshots, all testimonials and stuff like that. The reason people are able to get these results are because first they watched this tutorial that you have signed up for, and I want you guys to block out an hour of your time to watch it because I'm going in detail and I'm explaining the whole business model, and it's something that you have never seen before. And I guarantee you that we're the top people, we're the #1 people doing this right now with the most results. We have the most experience with over 11 years now, and we have the best student results out of any other group and the most results out of any other group. So I dare you guys to go and find anyone that has more results than us and more experience than us. Like, there's no one. And I want to show you guys in this tutorial how you can get started literally today. As soon as you're done with the training, you can start making money the same day. It's not some course that you have to learn and watch. It's not some Shopify, Amazon thing. It's not some wholesaling real estate type thing. It's something that we have never seen before. And I want to show you guys how you can actually start today. Like, as you're watching this tutorial that you're going to see right now, you can start making money as soon as you're done watching it. And it's simple as that. There's nothing you have to learn. It doesn't affect your lifestyle in any way. Like, you can still live your current life. You don't have to change anything or adapt to something completely new, because it only takes a few minutes per day to do. And I'm going to show you all of that today. And I want you to remove all distractions, because if you only give 10% focus, then you're only going to get 10% out of it, which is basically nothing. So if you give your all into this, like 100%, and watch this entire tutorial, then you're going to get 100% out of it. And all these results that are still going on the screen are people that have watched this entire training and put all their focus into it. So that I want you guys to do that as well. I sent you guys an email, so if you can, go to your email and add me as a VIP. So if you're on iPhone or Gmail app, or whatever app you use, you can click on the person who you received an email from, which is me, and you can click add to VIP. So for example, right here, hopefully you can see that and it's not blurred, but there's an add VIP button, and you just click add to VIP, and now I'm officially going to be added. So then you get notifications when I email you. But your training should be starting right now. It's going to be to the right, so it will be this way. It'll be to the right or below you right now. It'll just say your tutorial link, and you should see it below. And I'll see you guys in there. Please stay focused, guys. This could really benefit you a lot. I want you guys to stay till the end, because there's going to be some bonuses given out, and I'm going to give you guys everything you need to literally start today. Like, most of these people that have, you know, watched this training got results the same day, if not the next day, because, you know, they postponed it till the next day or something. But people get results. This is the fastest way to actually, you know, make extra money or even go full time with it than any other business I've ever seen before. And you can go ask that from anyone. You can go ask any of our members, and they will say the same thing. So I'll see you guys inside. Industry that has created over 300,000 new millionaires in just the past year alone. And I want you to think of any other industry or business. It probably didn't even come close to that amount. So this gives you the highest chance.
And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense, forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Check, pitch, block, yellow, line.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Jones. And caught by Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Back to throw. Jones. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he completes it to Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jones now off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give to Edmonds. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Check white, switch yellow, Smith red.
Running on first down with Gaskin. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Now Jones on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain, but he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them, and if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Meanwhile, Tua's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Opposite, green, blue, check white, switch, yellow, ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, that's out to Hill, right side complete.
Let's go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That one complete to Myles Gaskin. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Ready?
Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On the ball.
7 yards there and a first down.
Down.
Looking to pass. Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Yellow, line. Opposite. Green, blue, check. Check white. Switch, yellow. Miss
Tua
red.
to throw again. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Ready.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Go.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Tua now on 1st down. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
Go. Go set.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 23. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stevenson. Room here to run. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 75 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson and a 1st down. Now a handoff, Stevenson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for New England, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.